Hi guys, my name is Macy and I'm a full-time reseller. On this channel, I put out reselling content to help you succeed at your reselling business. And today, I wanted to tell you guys all about the 2 VAs that I use to help with my reselling business and how you can go about hiring a VA for yourself. Now, if you don't know, a VA is a virtual assistant, and I have 2 of them. The first one is to help me share my Poshmark closet every single day, multiple times a day, and the second one is to help me build listings for my Poshmark closet. I want to talk a little bit about the first one, the one that shares my Poshmark closet. I found them on Fiverr, which is a freelancing platform where people can put out jobs that small jobs that they can do within a certain amount of time for a certain amount of money. And then you go through and you can pick whichever job you need help with. For Poshmark shares, you can go into Fiverr and you can search for Poshmark shares and you'll see a ton of different listings for people that can help you out with sharing your closet. After you get the results, you can kind of go through and figure out what it is that you need help with exactly, as there's a lot of different options and some are better for smaller sellers and some are better if you have quite a lot of listings in your Poshmark closet. One of the things that you need to know before choosing one of these VAs is the difference between Poshmark community shares and Poshmark self shares. Poshmark community shares are when somebody else goes into your Poshmark closet and starts sharing your Poshmark listings. Those listings are then shared to that person's followers. So if I, as Blue Consignment, went into your closet and I shared a bunch of your listings, all those listings would be shared to my 92,000 Poshmark followers in the feed section of Poshmark. Sharing this way does not help promote your item in search. That's where self-shares come in. Whenever you self-share an item, it gets brought up to the top of the Poshmark search results as Poshmark is sorted by just shared. So if I am searching for a specific item on Poshmark and I don't change any of the filters, I just leave them exactly as they come naturally in the app, then I'm going to see items that have been recently shared first. Community shares do not bring your Poshmark listings up to the top of the search results like self-sharing does. So if you are considering hiring a VA, you should be looking for somebody that is going to go into your own closet and do self-shares for you. Now, to have someone self-share your closet, you do need to give them access to your Poshmark account by sharing with them your username and a password. However, they cannot make changes to your bank account information or any other sensitive information or even view it without your consent. Whenever you go into the app and try to make any changes to that sensitive information, Poshmark will send you an email confirming that you want to actually change that information. So even if they did attempt to change something, you would receive an email and you would know quickly that they were trying to do something they're not supposed to be doing. But a good way to avoid something bad happening with a VA is to just hire somebody that has a good background and already has a ton of feedback on Fiverr as being a reputable VA. Another thing to be careful about whenever you are choosing a VA to share your listings is that you want to choose a VA that is going to be able to do a lot of shares for your money. So some of the listings have a limit to how much they are willing to share based on closet size. Some of them say something like, I'm willing to share your closet 4 times a day up to 500 items. As a big seller myself, I personally wouldn't want to choose a VA like that because then I am limited in the amount of listings I can have in my closet for them to share. Whereas if I choose a VA that doesn't have a limit on your closet size and just says that they will do a certain number of shares or a certain number of closet shares a day, that would be a better route for me to take, as then I am not limited with the amount of listings I can have in my closet. There is also quite a range in the amount that you could pay for shares if you only want your closet shared once a day or you only want a certain number of listing shares a day. and you don't want to spend over $10, there are listings out there that are only $10 that will give you what you want. But if you would like more shares a day and you have a bigger closet, then there are more expensive listings out there that might cater to you better. For me personally, I use a 72,000 listing share per month service that costs $40, and then after Fiverr fees and the tip, I end up spending $50 a month for this service. 72,000 shares works out to 2,400 shares a day, which for my closet, which has 615 listings in it currently, is approximately 4 closet shares a day. And then I can even let my VA know when I would like those closet shares to occur, and I just tell them, can you please spread them out every couple of hours throughout the day? And it tends to work out very well. You can see immediately whenever somebody is sharing your closet, whether it be yourself or a VA, because you will start to get activity in your closet. You'll have more people sharing your items, you'll have people liking your items, people commenting, people purchasing. All the activity tends to happen during or right after you share your closet or a VA shares your closet. I decided to get a VA after I had over 500 listings in my closet, because at that time it just became too time consuming to share my own closet, especially whenever you're trying to do it multiple times per day, which is necessary in order to make sales on Poshmark. Your time can be better spent on other things like creating new listings for your closet, relisting items, cross-posting items. All those other things are valuable to your business and might be better time spent than sharing your Poshmark closet, which can easily be offloaded to an assistant. If you are considering hiring a VA to share your Poshmark closet, make sure to take into account how much time you are going to be saving by having them share your closet instead, and then determine if the cost of that time is worth the amount that you're paying. I think that hiring someone to share my Poshmark closet was one of the best decisions I ever made, because it not only saved me the time, but I saw more sales because of all the increased sharing. And those increased sales quickly paid for the cost that it took to hire a VA. Okay, moving on to my second VA, which helps me draft listings on Vendu to be listed on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I used a different online freelancing site to help me find the person that would be my VA for this job, and it was called Upwork. Upwork is good because instead of having already posted jobs for you to choose from, you are instead posting a job yourself and then getting qualified, skilled applicants to apply to your job posting. So if you want to hire someone to create listings for you, you could create a job posting. It could be a simple virtual assistant needed to draft listings for Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And then in the description, you can go into more detail about what exactly they would be doing, what programs, if any, that you would be having them use to cross-post, and how much experience you want them to have before applying for the job. So for mine, I said, hey, I'm going to be sending you pictures, and then I would like you to use those pictures to create listings for me, and I need you to be able to actually form the descriptions and the titles on your own based on looking at pictures of items, and then I will go in and review your listings after you've completed them and post them myself to the various platforms. And I said that they would be using a cross-listing service called Vendu to create these listings, which just makes it really easy on me because I can go into Vendu and easily upload photos into a starter draft for them, and then the virtual assistant comes in and completes the draft by just looking at the photos, and then they have everything else they need right there in Vendu for all 3 of the different platforms that I cross-list to. I said if you have any experience working with these different selling platforms, that is preferred, and you would be shocked at how many people are actually skilled at creating listings for these platforms already that will apply to your job posting. You'll need to put in how much you want them to work each week. I put 30 hours a week, but that's just a high estimate. You can have them work any amount from there or under. It's just you have to pick something, and you have to put how long they will be working for you. I said 6+ months because my intention with this was to find somebody that I could just have on an ongoing basis that I send photos to that creates listings for me. And as long as they continue to do a good job at creating listings, then I will continue to use them as my VA. So an ongoing project. And then you have to choose the skill level, so you can choose entry or intermediate or experienced. I just chose entry because I wanted it open to a larger pool of potential applicants. You can also choose whether you want the job posting to be for a specific location or if you want it to be for worldwide. And I chose worldwide because, once again, I wanted it open for a larger potential pool of applicants. After your job is posted, you will start to receive applications, and the applications will have a couple of things with them. They'll have a title for the person that is applying. They will have how much money they want to make an hour. It'll have how much they've earned up until the date they applied on Upwork for the entire time that they were on the site, and then it will have a cover letter that just states why they think they are right for the job. You then look through that pool of applications and you choose whoever you feel would be the best fit for you. I personally went through and I looked at the rates that they were suggesting that I pay them. I was looking for somebody that had experience on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I was looking for somebody that stated that they definitely could look at my pictures and create draft descriptions and titles based on those pictures, and if they had experience already doing that, even better. I had already had a VA a little while back, and I now have a new VA. That first VA was not able to look at pictures and create listings based on them. I had to send them everything. I would send them photos via Dropbox, and then I would send them a spreadsheet which had the brand name, the size, the style, the description, the price, all the information that they needed in order to create the listing on Poshmark. And I was just doing it for Poshmark at that time. This new VA, however, is able to completely draft a listing based on the photos, which is great. And of course, they can go into my prior listings and just copy and paste information from my prior listings into the new listing and make a few adjustments to cater it for that specific item. But I have a very large backlog that I already have available or that I have sold previously that they can choose from, so they have a good starting point to then create the new title/description. So after you have hired somebody from that list of applications, you can then chat with them. You can give them access to whatever cross-posting platform that you use, or if you just want to send them an email or use Dropbox to send them photos or information, you could do that as well. You can let them know how many listings you would like them to do for you every day or every week. You can let them know your expectations in terms of how much time you want them to spend on things. And you can actually track their work by looking at the work diary, which takes screenshots every couple of minutes, I believe. And you can look at those screenshots to confirm that they are actually performing the work that they say they are doing during that time. In terms of training the VA, I would take videos on my computer of me creating listings, and then I would send those training videos to the VA so that they could learn my process and how I go through my prior listings to grab information that is relevant to a new listing I'm creating, and how I can quickly create a new listing for all three of the different platforms that I sell on. And I just use Google Chrome, so I believe there was a free screen recording app through Google Chrome that I use to capture my screen. You will have to be comfortable with communicating with your VA, especially if you are having them build listings for you, as they are not going to do it right off the bat. You're going to have to let them know feedback about how they are creating the listings, things that they are doing wrong or that you would like done differently. You will have to give them feedback on how long they're spending creating listings, if they're spending too much time and putting in way too much detail into the listing, or if they're not spending enough time and they're missing information or they're doing things wrong. You need to be able to give them feedback and constantly help them to get to a place where they draft the listing and you review it for 2 seconds and post it, because they did it exactly how you wanted it to be done. In terms of cost, my VA costs $5 an hour, and that is the rate that the VA provided to me that they wanted to be paid based on their area. They live in the Philippines, and the rates for the Philippines based on the applications I received were around the $4 to $5 range. So that is, I just accepted the price that she proposed, and that is what I've been paying her since then. If the hourly rate wasn't as cheap as it is, I might not be able to afford to have her draft my listings. So that is one of the reasons I chose one of those lower rates and why I made the application open to a worldwide basis. Having a VA to draft my listings has definitely been beneficial. Whenever I was only on Poshmark, I would actually go through the whole process of taking my pictures and writing out descriptions and stuff during the day for 25 listings. And then I would send that over at the end of the day to my VA. And then overnight, since we're into completely different time zones, she would put that information into the Poshmark listings for me. And I would wake up the next morning to 25 new listings in my Poshmark closet. And that system worked out really well for me. And that's just what I did at least 5 times a week. And it really helped me generate a lot of sales during that time, as creating new listings consistently on any of the platforms is one of the best way to make a lot of sales. Nowadays, since I sell on 3 different platforms, I use Vendu, and I will go through during the day, take my photos, go onto my computer, upload the photos, put in some of the information right then and there, as there's just certain things that are hard to determine based on looking at a picture, such as color. I'll go ahead and choose the drop downs for the colors right away. I will also put in the weight, since you can't judge the weight of something based on a picture, and I will put in the price, and then I have my VA adjust the price for the other 2 platforms. I would say if you've reached a point in your business where you have a lot of inventory, but you just feel like you're spending way too much time creating listings every day, and it's the thing that is preventing you from growing further, is because you have to dedicate so much time every day to creating new listings, then it might be time for you to hire a VA to help you with that. Now my time is focused on sourcing and taking the photographs. I don't really have to be that involved in the actual listing process. I just go in and review the listings and post them, which allows me to get more items listed each month whenever I actually do the work of taking the photos and sending them over to my VA. Which this month might have not been that good at, but you'll find that out soon in my September wrap-up video. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are thinking about hiring a VA, and if you have any further questions on the hiring process or anything involving them. It has been a little bit of a learning curve for me. One video that did help me out was El Ducho put out a video regarding Upwork and hiring a VA. So if you actually want to see a step-by-step video of somebody going through and creating the job posting on Upwork, you could go check out her video on that. I just wanted to let you guys know my experience with it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I appreciate every single person that subscribes, and if you are a new subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for coming and subscribing and commenting and liking and all the wonderful things. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Bye.